Welcome to Btekt, this is David. This video is sponsored by Direct Mobiles. Go and check them out at directmobiles.co.uk. So despite the cancellation of MWC, Sony have just announced their new range of smartphones, the Xperia 10 Mark II and the Xperia 1 Mark II. Let me give you the details about the new Sonys. Let's start with the Xperia 10 Mark II, which really has seen a massive upgrade from the Xperia 10 and the Xperia 10 Plus from last year. This time though, there's only one version, so no Plus model, but all the handsets are still rocking the 21:9 cinema wide style display. The Xperia 10 Mark II has a 6-inch tri-luminous Bravia-tuned OLED display with Full HD Plus resolution, but this time it has Gorilla Glass 6 protecting both the front and the back, as well as full IP65/68 water and dust resistance, so it is a much more premium feeling device than the previous Xperia 10. Triple rear cameras on the back. This time the Xperia 10 Mark II is working with an 8-megapixel ultra wide angle lens with a 16mm focal length. The main sensor is a 12-megapixel unit with a 26mm lens, and finally there is another 8-megapixel sensor with a 52mm telephoto lens. Sony say that they've improved the algorithms and have given it a new night mode as well as more accurate skin tones. The Xperia 10 Mark II is equipped with a 3600 mAh battery that uses Sony's adaptive charging, and continuing on from the old Xperia handsets, it also features high-resolution audio, which if you ask me is probably one of the best features about Sony phones. The audio for me is the best on the market, always with Sony phones, even in the mid-range, especially if you plug headphones in. Moving on to the flagship, which is the one that everybody wants to know about, the Xperia 1 Mark II will be a 5G enabled handset. You might have noticed the name change is to kind of fall in line with their Alpha cameras, but the new Xperia flagship takes more than just the name from the Alpha division. There is a focus on the camera this time, and it is built for speed with ultra-fast autofocus. It's able to shoot continuous bursts at 20 frames per second with autofocus and auto exposure, which matches the abilities of the full-frame Sony A9 mirrorless camera, which is top of the line from Sony. But as well as that, they've also added the new Photo Pro app, which, just like the Cinema Pro app from the previous generation, gives the user full manual controls for the camera, but also mimics the user interface from the Alpha A9 cameras. The camera system still uses three 12-megapixel sensors. There's a 16mm ultra wide, a 70mm telephoto, and a 24mm main sensor with a nice fast f1.7 lens. All three sensors this time are using Zeiss optics, but now there is also the addition of a 3D time-of-flight sensor, which is a great addition to the Xperia's arsenal, giving it depth perception and allowing for accurate depth of field shots with its portrait mode. The design, although very similar to the Xperia 1, has seen a bit of a tweak, and I really like what they've done with it. They flatten off the sides, and even the corners have an angled look to them, giving the handset a unique look that we've not seen before. The display is where the Sony Xperia Mark II will excel when compared to the competition, using the 21:9 screen aspect ratio, but this time we have a 6.9-inch 4K HDR tri-luminous display, which gives us enhanced viewing experience with motion blur reduction delivered by a 90Hz refresh rate. Under the hood, you'll be glad to hear that we're running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 with the X55 5G modem, which will allow you to stream beautiful 4K video straight onto this 4K display for a fantastic viewing experience. We get 8GB of RAM and 256GB of onboard storage, and this time Sony have chosen to put a large capacity battery inside the Xperia 1 Mark II at 4000 mAh. And at last, Sony have decided to put wireless charging inside their flagship. The battery also uses adaptive fast charging and can get you charged up to 50% in 30 minutes. But being a Sony phone, that great viewing experience will also be complemented by the sound. So many of the Xperia handsets that I've reviewed, even the mid-range ones, have great sound, especially when you plug in the headphones. And as a major bonus for audio lovers, the Xperia 1 Mark II will come with a 3.5mm headphone jack and support high-resolution audio and 360-degree reality audio. I really think that Sony have brought a much more competitive handset to the market this year than they did last year. And although the camera system might not be entirely new, it has definitely seen improvements, and I actually can't wait to check it out for myself. So make sure you stay tuned to Btekt, because I have been promised a review device. I'm sure it will be here in the next few days, so make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we make a video. And of course, when you're ready to pick up your new Xperia handset, make sure you check out the Direct Mobiles website. It's the best place to look for your new phone, as you can compare all available deals with all the networks, all there on the one website. and they have over 24 years of award-winning customer service, so you're in great hands. Check in the video description below for their link, or search directmobiles.co.uk. And don't forget to check out the Btekt Amazon shop, where you'll find all of our favourite tech and accessories, all recommended by us. Go and check it out. Okay, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. More from the Xperia 1 Mark II and the Xperia 10 Mark II on the way, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's David. This is Btekt.